Welcome to the Best by the Worst. The best movies of all time, reviewed by the worst possible critics. If you don't believe us, keep listening to find out.
Welcome back to the Barrett podcast.
Oh, should I said Barrett?
You did, because it's my podcast.
Why did I say Barrett, not Alex? I got flustered.
What have you bought? I haven't looked at the can yet.
Yeah, it's the Alex podcast off the beer I bought you, let me tell you.
Oh, Rocky Ridge Mountain Culture.
Yeah, can you tell us what the can name is, please?
I cannot read it.
Yeah, neither could I.
Well, lucky the Rocky Ridge artist. Do you reckon he designed this? He's messaged us before.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he can tell us what the
Yeah, I have
name
no idea. I can make out some letters, but I have no idea what this is supposed to be called.
Do we know what style of beer it is?
It's a double Nipah.
Oh,
It's a double Nipah. It's 9%.
I'm a sucker for 9%.
Yeah, and it smells fantastic.
All right. It's okay. The first word is fuck.
What? No, it's not.
Well, it's Fuck.
Fun
No, that's not an
Tang.
N.
all up. Fun tangle up.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm seeing it too.
It says the first word is definitely fuck. Maybe that's
Fuck.
why they had to make the can so hard to read.
Fuck tang Ula?
I don't know. Are you ready to taste it?
Is it supposed to be? Oh no, it's definitely a fuck, isn't it?
It's fuck.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Man, that smells good. That smells like.
cheers.
What is that? Ah, it's like breakfast juice.
Jesus. Wow. Oh, man. I've had punches to the face that are smoother than that entry. That is.
It's like a 9% Passiona.
It is. It's the first sip was harsh, but the after flavors were magnificent. Oh,
Wow, that is a lot.
that is, yep.
It's almost got like a vodka entry, right?
Well, it has the same alcohol content as vodka.
It's honestly like a vodka entry followed by like a Passiona florally nice beer.
Yeah. Maybe the can is what you say when you drink it for the first time. Fuck! Changwa!
You know what? It's pretty close to it, actually. I tell you what, I like that. That is something.
3.6 standard drinks.
Jesus. Yeah, I won't be driving home, right? So welcome back to the Alex podcast.
Welcome back to the Barrett podcast.
Before we get going, I wanted to answer a question that I gave myself last week.
Oh, I have an apology for you as well.
Oh, why?
Last week I told you I watched No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
You asked me if it was a winner. I shut you down very quickly by saying no.
It was, wasn't it?
It was.
I told you. I knew it was. God, I should never listen to you. You watched one by accident.
I accidentally watched a Best Picture.
You know, you have to do like a solo podcast as punishment.
Well, lucky that's not till like 2007 or something.
So you know how I talked about, the difference between, Best Picture and Best Director, and we thought, why is there a difference? We went down that rabbit hole.
Wait, you're going to answer a question from the last podcast?
I am.
That's unheard of for
Bit of
you.
a complicated answer, but it's kind of what you said anyway, but I thought I'd just read it out. So the main difference is that the Best Picture honors the collaborative achievement of an entire film, fair enough.
Yep.
Whereas Best Director celebrates the singular vision and execution of an individual filmmaker. And my argument was, well, if they achieved that, didn't they then by default achieve the Best Picture? But it goes on to say, while the two awards often go to the same film, they can be split due to differences in the voting processes. The inherent nature of filmmaking is a collaborative art and personal preferences among Academy voters. So this is why it differs. I dug in a little deeper. Because the voting is done by all Academy members and the preferential ballot favors consensus, it can choose a film that is a great overall production, but perhaps not the most artistically bold or singularly visionary. So basically, because they all come together, they may pick a movie that I guess is more loved for whatever reason, but may not have been the most visionary.
Yeah.
So that's why the award split.
So I was pretty close when I said that they take a piece of dog shit and turn it into a good film.
Yeah, I think they take those sorts of things into account. Maybe it's more of a feeling. You know, I think if you get 50 people that make the decision in a room and they're all like, you know, this movie stylistically or whatever was, maybe like Avatar, not a good example, but, in terms of special effects and all the stuff that they did,
yes,
they could say like, oh, this is going to win Best Picture. Sorry, not Best Picture. Sorry, it'll win Best Picture because everyone loved it and they did so many cool things, but it may not have been the most like, you know what I'm saying?
I do. It's very hard to articulate.
Yes, it is. It is. It's just basically, just because you made the best film from a technical standpoint doesn't mean it was the best film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found that out for you.
Fantastic.
So what did we watch this week, boy?
We watched 1955 Best Picture, Marty. We're cranking through them. Oh man. You got to say this sentence.
Man, that is the closest to vodka I've ever drunk from a beer. Honestly, that is. I'm not even convinced it's beer.
It could be a seltzer. It tastes a bit like a really hoppy vodka version of a mango White Claw.
Yeah, it's not beer. That's like beer.
Well, anyways, back to the movie.
Sorry.
1955, Best Picture, Marty. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this. This is like an 80% fact. I'm pretty sure this is the third last black and white film.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And we have seen some that aren't in black and white, but...
Yeah, so we've had a run of black and white again. My goodness, what was the army one we watched recently, From Here to Eternity?
Yeah.
That was hard to follow what was going on. All of these middle-aged white men in military uniforms. Black and white.
Yes and no. I don't seem to struggle with it as much.
Oh,
but
yes, okay, yes. Well, anyways.
maybe I just don't see colour,
You know what you do find? Avalanches.
Oh, wow. But too soon.
Too soon. It happened in 1954. Anyways, the next two black and white films, I think we only have two left. The Apartment, 1960.
Yep.
And Schindler's List. I'm pretty sure it's in black and white.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. This movie had a budget of $350,000.
Yep.
Not much.
Yeah, but I guess it didn't really need much money, did it?
I forgot to convert it, but I remember last week it was 910 and it was 11 million.
Yeah, it's like a factor of 10.
So we could just third that, and what have we got? 4-ish.
Sure.
3 point something million.
But look, it certainly wasn't expensive.
Small budget. Yeah. Everyone's dead.
Yep.
Runners up was Love is a Many Splendid Thing, Mr. Roberts, Picnic, The Rose Tattoo.
Haven't heard any of them.
I've heard of The Rose Tattoo. No idea what it is, but I've heard that sentence constructed before.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just going to have a sip of beer.
One Best Picture. Also one.
Fuck!
It's like drinking a spirit. It's insane. Anyway, so one Best Picture. Also one Best Actor for the main actor. His name was Ernest something or other.
Yeah. Do you remember him?
What do you mean remember? From the movie? Yeah, we just watched it.
No, previous movies.
He did look familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, what did we see him in?
From Here to Eternity.
Ah,
He was the
yeah,
main sergeant guy that
He was.
messed up the main character.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, cool. Oh, jeez. Anyway, so he won Best Actor, which is cool. The film obviously won Best Picture. It won Best Director, something else. But one thing I did find that was interesting, so it won 4 Academy Awards, but it also won Best Picture and the Palme d'Or, which is the Cannes, is it? Cannes Festival, the film festival each year, the big one in
Yes.
Cannes, Cannes.
Yep, I've heard of it.
Yep. So each year, like that's a big film festival too, and a movie wins like the Palme d'Or, right? It's supposed to be the most like prestigious, generally like those real artsy fartsy kind of movies or real like edgelord movies kind of win. So it's very uncommon for a movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture and this Palme d'Or, because normally that Palme d'Or goes to, like I said, a more of an artsy film, right? But it won both. And only 4 movies have ever done that.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Is this the first that we've seen?
no, The Lost Weekend won both.
Wait.
Yeah. 1945, I think that movie was
Yeah,
called.
okay, yeah.
Parasite and Anora.
Nora was fantastic. But we're not going to talk about that for
I-
another...
Cannot wait to watch that movie again.
Yes.
It's the kind of movie you could just watch forever and not get bored of.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something to get yourself cancelled then.
Nope. I was very careful. But anyway, so facts.
Facts. 1955.
1955. Actually, it was really hard to find some interesting facts. I had to dig deep. Slower year. Anyway. So the first walk, don't walk, light and street signal installed.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. We don't really have those here with the little men, but in the States, they got the... Anyway. Cool. The Guinness Book of Records first published.
That's old.
Yeah. The Warsaw Pact came together.
The what?
The Warsaw Pact, the place in Poland.
Nope.
So basically, it was like a counter group that was put together to counter NATO. So all those NATO countries were coming together.
Yep.
So this was still the Soviet Union. So all those satellite countries within the Soviet Union, like Poland and all the rest of them, they developed this Warsaw Pact to be a counter-offensive to NATO.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Obviously not a thing anymore when the Soviet Union dissolved.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. You know that, did you?
Something about a wall falling over. I don't know.
No, nothing to do with the wall.
Maybe that's Germany.
No, but East Germany was part of the Warsaw Pact and West Germany was part of NATO because they split Germany down the middle after World War II.
Why does my brain just put Germany and Russia together? They're very different countries.
Goddamn. Anyway,
They're very far away. I've been to Germany.
so have I. Yeah, they're far away. So General Motors is the first US corporation to make $1 billion USD in a year.
Oh,
Did you like that one?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah, I really hope you bring some car facts in soon because there's some cool car facts about to be.
Why?
I don't know, if you just look up stuff about Chevy and around this time, there might be some cool cars getting released soon.
Okay, we'll see. Australia fact. Australia takes control of the Cocos Islands.
Right.
Yeah, it was in British hands technically before that, and it's been kind of Australia ever since, apparently.
Where are the Cocos Islands?
Pretty far away. I have to look it up on a map. So it's like WA,
Yes.
and then go into the ocean, like dead east from the Pilbara for ages, and then eventually you'll hit the Cocos Islands.
East.
Sorry, west.
I went dead east from the Pilbara and I was like,
Queensland. Sorry, east.
I was going to say, up in the middle of the Northern
So imagine
Territory.
like being in Port Hedland and then just go east into the ocean for ages. Cocos Islands.
Right.
It's like quite far.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
What
it's
else?
still like sort of like semi-owned by like this family, not like a royal family there, but some family that the British kind of allowed to happen, and then we kind of just took over in this year. And then in the, I think it was the 70s or 80s, it was like another referendum thing and basically confirming being part of Australia, but not like really part of Australia. Seemed complicated. So technically, the way I interpreted it was that the Cocos Island is technically Australia.
Right.
Could be wrong, but fuck, prove me wrong. Come at me. From what I can tell, Cocos Islands is a new Australian state.
Man, this beer is a lot.
Yeah, it's something, hey.
I think I can feel it already.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man. Every time.
You got to say the sentence.
Oh. I'm gonna go out there and I don't think this is beer. I don't think it's beer.
Does it say it? It does. It's called it itself.
Even like the
New
carbonation
England
is
double
gone.
IPA.
This isn't beer. This is just a straight up alcoholic beverage.
Oh. Man.
Okay. Movie. Marty. I'm just gonna go and say it straight up. Not a bad movie.
Not a bad movie.
Not gonna say how much I like to get, but good movie.
Yeah, you know it's a good movie when you're 40 minutes in and you haven't noticed the 40 minutes go past.
Movie went like a flash.
Yeah, it did.
And like, if there was an extra half, and this is the first time I'm going to say this, of all these movies we watched. If there was an extra half an hour of the movie, I wouldn't have been upset.
That was pretty much my closing comment. The
There you
movie is too short.
Yeah, and the way it was going too, we thought there was all this stuff that was going to happen next, and then we looked at the timer, and there was like 8 minutes left, and we thought, holy, how's this movie going to wrap up?
Anyways, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All right. Fact number 1. This movie was shot in 16 days.
Incorrect. It was actually shot in 17.
I hate this new you.
What do you mean?
Anyways,
Just to show you I'm serious, it was done in 17 days.
you're just going to contradict everything I say.
No, yeah, that's a cool fact. It's pretty
Anyways.
quick, actually, isn't it?
Yes. That's why they didn't spend much money.
I think they had to do some retakes. Didn't they say something like 3 days of some reshoots they had to do? Anyway.
Anyways, speaking about 17, we've
Yep.
been talking for 17 minutes and we haven't started talking about the movie yet.
Oh, geez, get to it.
We're going to get on to this. All right. Opening scenes are of a busy street. There's some meat being unloaded from a car or a truck. It gets taken into a butcher. And we meet our main character, Marty.
Yes.
There's a lady there getting served. He's talking about all of his family members getting married and he's rattling them off. A lot of them getting married.
He's an Italian man, so that makes sense with a big family too. Probably
Yep.
worth mentioning.
Yeah, the customer is upset that he's not married and says that he should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, really goes hard on poor Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, so sort of after that,
Well, he goes to the pub after that. And
Yeah,
I
he
just want
goes-
to call out another terrible beer pour. My goodness. So he gets his beer from the bar to go and chat with his mates, pours his beer, and half the beer was just foam. What's wrong with these people?
2 movies in a row with terrible pours.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It's like we went from weird mother kissing to bad beer pours. There's like different themes. Like the 40s was kissing mums, the 50s was bad beer pours.
I'll take the bad beer pour every time over the mum kissing.
What's going to happen in the 60s? What a wild ride.
I don't know. Anyways, he's there with his mates at the bar. They're asking what they're going to do. It's a Saturday night. Does he want to go on a date? Marty's not really interested in going out. We find out that he's 34 years old.
Yep.
His mum calls the bar. He's some relation, but his name is Tommy, has
Yep.
come to visit. Turns out they really want their own space, and his mother is living with them,
Yep.
which is Marty's aunt. And they ask if she can move into Marty's house with, so it's going to be
Yep.
Marty, his mum, and this aunt who's
Yeah.
Tommy's mum.
This other lady.
Yeah.
Yep.
They want their own space. They say they can't even have a fight in privacy. While Tommy's there, he mentions that his mum brings up that Marty's still single because it's a real problem for this family.
Yeah.
And he says he should go to Stardust Dance or something. It's like a dance hall or something or other.
Yep.
And says there's lots of tomatoes there, meaning young girls for the picking.
I guess so. Plump tomatoes.
Marty tells Tommy he wants to buy the butcher shop.
Yep. Because the guy that owns it is offering it to him.
Yeah, but Tommy doesn't have time to talk about that right now. His wife wants to go.
He's
so-
an accountant or something, so wants to get some info from him, whether he should buy it or not. He's very undecided.
Yeah. Marty calls up a girl. And this was a weird thought to me. He had to describe himself to her so she could remember.
Well, hang on. So we have to add the context there. So when he was at the bar, like, and his friend was trying to convince him to call these two girls that they'd met the week or two prior, kind of rambling on a night out, and they hadn't really talked since. They just met them randomly, and there was like a skinny one and a plump one based on his friend's wording, right? That's what the friend said.
Yeah.
So the friend's like, well, why don't we just call them and see if they're just interested in going out? Like a real cold call situation. They didn't know these girls really, besides the one night they got some food or did something together, right?
Yep.
That they just met in town. So he's like trying to convince Marty, like, you can have the plump one, I'll have the skinny one. Go and do it, really trying to egg Marty on. And Marty's, like you said, like wasn't having it.
Yeah.
Clearly, like maybe a bit of nerves and, because he didn't really know these people, didn't want to get rejected, that sort of thing. So then you're right. So when he's back in, he has a bit of a change of heart and he thought, I'll call and see if she's interested, right?
Yeah.
And it was brutal because he calls her and he has to explain, like, describe himself to see if she remembers because she has no idea who's calling, and he like kind of finally gets her to remember who he is, and then he's like, because it's Saturday night that night, right? So he's like, do you want to go out tonight to see a movie with my friend, and you bring your friend? And she's like, it's quite late, which is fair enough, it's on the day.
Yep.
And he's like, okay, what about next week? She's like, nah. And he's like, what about the week after that? And she's like, nah. And so he kind of just puts down the phone, and you can see he's taking a big hit.
Yeah. And it just really made me think about how much easier we have it today. Like, he had to ring someone and describe himself.
Yeah.
Where today's day and age just sends a message, you up.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even today, like, rejection is still rejection, right? So
yeah,
that was
you
the
can
same.
hide behind a message.
That's true.
Is what I'm saying.
It's a bit harder if you're on the phone to him. Sure.
Yeah. Or you just get ghosted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to say I'm busy for the next 5 weeks. You just don't reply. What a horrible society we live in.
Yeah, so he goes downstairs, he's having dinner with his mum, and his mum's trying to convince him to go out to that dance place.
Yeah.
And, he's clearly a bit wounded from the rejection, and, he kind of cracks it a little bit at his mum, like, he's down on himself. He's like, look, I think he says, to quote, whatever girls want, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm kind of sick of getting rejected. I'm real down, and I kind of just don't want my feelings hurt again and again anymore.
Yeah, he says he's a fat, ugly man.
Yeah.
And then he said, what am I in for if I go to this Stardust place? A big night of heartache.
Yeah.
Hurt me.
Oh, hurt me too. It was probably just worth saying, like, he was good in this.
Yeah.
I won everyone best actor, like, he was good in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was brutal, like, watching those
People
scenes.
were worried that he wasn't going to be able to do this role because he'd only done, like, bully roles previously.
Oh, he was so good in this.
Yeah.
He played the part of, like, this little bit awkward older guy who, just, like I said, a bit overweight, obviously now in the middle age for those times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also a butcher, which is seen as like a, lower tier job as well. So he's just completely short of any kind of self-confidence. And you see those scenes and it's heartbreaking.
It is, yeah. But he goes to Stardust anyways. All right, scoping out some girls or picking some tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes.
All right.
Pretty early on there when he gets there for those little the dance place, his friend does ask this girl to dance. They go and dance. He tries with a girl. She says no again. So he gets rejected again.
Yeah. Clara arrives with a guy. All right. We know it's her because we've seen her. I've seen her face on the internet, so I pick her straight away.
Yes.
Now, before we intro her, the actress that played her was Bestie Blair. I think her name was
Betsy Blair. I think.
Or Betsy Blair. I can't read my own handwriting.
Yeah.
Did you know that she was blacklisted? Okay, do you remember what blacklisted meant? We've talked about this earlier.
I read this too. It wasn't her. It was her husband.
Well, yes. If you're on the blacklist, you're a suspected communist.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think her husband was in the Communist Party, and she might have been a bit caught up through association.
Yeah. So, anyways, Gene Kelly was her husband at the time, and he was from a couple of movies we've watched. He does Singing in the Rain. He did.
Oh yeah.
What's the one?
Men in Black.
No, the one. No, the one where he was a priest, and he was. Do you remember that?
Anyway, seen him before.
It was a
Yep.
musical, Priest musical that we watched. Anyways, he blackmailed United Artists, saying he would never act for them again if they didn't give her the role.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so they caved and gave her the role because he was fantastic.
There we go.
And he hadn't even done Singing in the Rain yet, I don't think.
She was good too on this.
She was fantastic. Anyways, Clara arrives with the guy. We quite quickly work out he's not very nice because he says the sentence, "I only get one night off a fortnight and I expected better."
Yeah, he was a real piece of shit. So basically, he'd been set up on this blind date with Clara, and like so it was like a double date situation. He got set up with Clara, and wasn't what he was hoping for. And she seems like fine. Like, they keep going on that she's, they use the word a bit of a dog. I think that's harsh word and they used back in those times. But so we're using those words only in the context of the movie. They're not our words.
Yes.
But she was normal looking. Like, she wasn't that unattractive by any means, right? But they really made her out like she was, a bit ugly and a bit old, right? Because she was 29.
Yeah.
So anyway, he clearly wasn't keen. And then he starts like talking to another girl there at the dance place. While the three of them are just kind of like a few meters away, clearly trying to tune her up. Real awkward. And anyway, when he gets in there, he talks to Marty and like randomly, doesn't know this guy. Said, "Oh, hey, I found this other girl. I'm trying to get rid of this dog that I'm with. I'll give you $5 if you take her home." Like, rough now. What an absolute jerk.
And Marty says, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah,
so he just walks over to the next guy.
Yeah, and that guy says yes.
Yeah, but did you catch what he did?
Which part?
This is the guy he paid $5 to take her home, said, "Oh, well, I've got his money now. I don't actually need to take her home," and just walked out.
No, that's not what happened.
Yes, it is.
No, they went up to her. Marty was watching them both go.
Yeah.
She was proud and said, "No, I will just make my own way home," and so rejected the offer. And so then he tried to get the $5 back, and the guy's like, "No, I got the $5. Tough luck."
Right.
That's what happened.
I caught most of it. Maybe I looked at my phone from
You got caught none of it, boy. So she was, proud, told them both to get stuffed. But then she gets up and she walks out to the balcony because she's clearly hurt. All right.
Yeah. Marty heads out to the balcony because he sees her go out there. He asks her if she wants to dance. She is crying. She's clearly upset. Marty refers to himself as a professor of pain and says, "You're not a dog."
Yeah, well, because he goes out there and he, asks her to dance, right? Because you can see she's upset and is trying to, be nice. He's clearly a nice dude, right? And she kind of just cries in his arms, basically. She just sort of falls apart a little bit. And then they, start talking, they do some dancing, and they're having a bit of a good time.
Yeah. We cut to a scene of Marty's mum turning up at Tommy's house. She's asking the aunt to move in.
Yeah, they're trying to soften the blow, and so they've asked Marty's mum to go over there and make it out like it's, Marty's mum's idea, and, so that the son and wife don't have to tell her to get the fuck out, basically.
Yeah. Do you know how I feel? I feel we could have focused less on that, more on Marty, and more time with Marty.
No. That was all very critical because they were like painting the picture later because you got to remember, so especially because like they were Italian and, you still see this with those groups anyway, but maybe less now. So like there's this expectation that, your kids look after you when you get old.
Yeah.
Like for Wogs and Italians, even like where I'm from, Serbs and all that, was very much that mentality. Kind of like, the Chinese as well now too. Like that's the expectation.
Yeah.
And so like to feel like you're getting pushed out, with just sent to this other home, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
But it also paints a picture as well of the kind of damage it does to the relationship, and then how those sorts of mums can throw spanners in the works and be real evil to taint those relationships because they're selfishly trying to protect themselves, basically, right?
Can you calm down? You sound like you half know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
right?
supposed to be the worst.
Oh, yeah. But that's like the part that leads into the next part of the movie, right? It's, those sorts of mums then freak out like, "Oh, no, they're not going to look after me. Oh, this woman's going to push me out because the new woman's in town." And then they start sowing seeds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broke my brain.
There you go, boy.
So we're still on the date. We cut back to the date with Marty and Clara.
Yeah. And they go to hop out. They're done dancing.
Yep.
And they walk out. And I was thinking to myself around that time, oh, he seems like a nice guy. Why is he having such a hard time? And then it occurred to me very quickly in this scene, the guy couldn't shut up.
Yeah. He just would not stop talking. He said the sentences, I can't stop my mouth. And then turns to her and says, you have a real nice face. He talks about himself having a rough youth. I wasn't paying attention for that moment. I don't know if
he said he got out of the army at about 25 and then wasn't sure what to do with himself, and was still obviously not getting anywhere with women, and he was a bit down on himself even then, and talked about it. He had thoughts of suicide. Yeah. So being very, very vocal on this date, but
yeah,
he's clearly a very honest guy, right?
Yeah.
And as much as he couldn't shut up, and now he's probably oversharing a little bit too.
Yeah.
She's loving it more or less, like especially because he's aware that he's talking too much and all the rest of it. But she's loving it because she can see that he's just a genuine person, right?
Yeah.
And she can see that, so she's not really put back by how much is talking or the level of honesty, right? She understands. She also understands where he's coming from because she also has those feelings of rejection, and she's been down on herself too because she's in a similar form where she's almost 30 and not married and all the rest of it, right?
Yeah. Just to clarify, this date goes for like 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, more, probably.
Yeah. He talks to her about becoming a butcher. He talks about the shop he wants to buy. They're out late together. I was surprised how late they were.
Yeah, because they went to this bar and they got some dinner and some drinks and smoked a few darts, and it was getting to 11 o'clock at night before they knew it.
Yeah. Random fact, because I had some random facts and I just threw them in wherever they'd fit. Do you know this was the first American film screened in the USSR post World War II?
Well, I read it was the second.
I have had enough of you. I've had enough.
The last one.
I'm going to find a new co-host.
Every time you open with "This is the Barrett podcast," you're going to cop it.
You said it was the Barrett podcast.
I made a mistake.
Anyways, he takes her back to his house, tries to force a kiss on her. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cringy.
Yeah, but she said she doesn't feel like it. He has instant remorse. Yeah. And he said he's old enough to know better. So he saved himself. It was a very uncomfortable moment where he was trying to kiss her, but
yeah, it was. But she could see that he was, just trying to connect with her, and he just doesn't do it in the right way.
Yeah, she says she wants to see him again. They plan out a second date. They share a small kiss.
Yeah, then they do. Once they're a bit honest with each other and that settles down, they actually do kiss.
Yeah, and he's about to take her home when his mum comes home.
Yeah,
and we immediately get the feeling that she doesn't like the girl. I asked you why. You said you'd tell me in the podcast.
Well, yeah, because in that 2-minute conversation, because she'd just gone back from obviously trying to welcome that other older lady in, and she mentioned that in this 2-minute meeting that they had, and she asked, Clara what she thought about the whole thing, and Clara was really good about it. She said, look, I don't know the people and all the rest of it, but clearly also saying, look, I don't think you should, have to look after your parents or be in that situation. I think you do need your own space, especially if you have a family and your own.
Yeah.
And so Marty's mum's freaking out because Marty's mum doesn't want to be in a situation that the other lady's in where all of a sudden Marty gets a girlfriend and then she's out on her own and wants to get booted out.
Yeah.
Right. It's that, hang on, my son's going to look after me mentality.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So doesn't like Clara, and you can see that she's now going to start sowing some seeds of doubt to put Marty off her to protect herself.
Yes, yeah. So that's pretty much the end of the date. Clara goes home. She tells her parents that she had a great time. She tells them everything that happened. And her final sentence is that he's going to call her tomorrow, essentially, and then leaves the room. Her dad, he tells her parents that he's a butcher, almost to premise that he has a low standard job.
Actually, a couple of my notes there, we missed this, that while they were talking, and they were getting to know each other, he talked about how he was a butcher and wanted to get his own butcher shop now that it's been offered to him. And she was really supportive, look, I don't care that you're a butcher. And also, you clearly seem like a good butcher. You should just go for it.
Yeah.
So really pumped up his tires. And so that you could see, that relationship forming as a result of that because they were supporting each other too.
Yeah, but it was the status of being a butcher, and she's really trying to portray that to her parents.
Yeah.
that it's don't just judge him on that.
Yes,
and I was like,
yeah. Bit rough, yeah. Don't be a butcher in the 50s, apparently. But but also, too, while they were walking around before they got back to Marty's house, he ran into some friends in that car, remember? So they pulled up. There was 2 guys, 2 girls in there. And basically one of Marty's friends was saying, hey, ditch this girl. This girl on the back's a sure thing.
yes,
And Marty's like, I guess, tempted initially by the offer because, he's alone and probably horny as shit. But wasn't going to leave Clara, right? And was actually really getting along with her. So he told them to bugger off and went back to Clara, which was good too.
yes, yeah. Anyways, as she leaves the room after telling her parents all about it, the dad says, I really hope he calls her tomorrow. He's actually genuinely happy that...
Yes, doesn't care about the butcher thing or anything like that.
She comes from a good place.
Just could see that she was actually genuinely happy and wanted to promote that, because it started off, her explaining to her parents how she was ditched, and so the parents were feeling really bad for her.
Yeah.
And then Clara was like, no, like, I had a really good night, and I'll tell you why, because I met Marty.
Yep. Marty's running around like a madman. He's punching signs. He's about to get run over by a taxi. Like, it's all kicking off. Next morning, he's whistling around the house. He's
loving it.
He's a happy boy. His mum, though, she's salty as fuck.
Yep.
But we've sort of explained why. We then cut to a scene. Thomas is getting ready. His mum is also salty, so both the mums are salty right now. It's her day to move in with Marty and Marty's mum. He takes his mum to Marty's house to drop her off. Marty's trying to ask him business questions. Tommy's not really being helpful. His wife, or I think it's his wife, is not having a good time, and everyone's just angry, and he just needs to get out of there.
Were happy, but we probably should have mentioned too that they agreed the night before when he dropped her off, that he would call around 2 p.m. after mass in the morning and all the rest of it, to arrange to go out that night, right? And then obviously that morning happened. He's getting ready for mass. Mum's starting to sow these seeds of doubt. The other married couple, when they're dropping off the other old lady, they're just at each other's throats, tells them not to buy the butcher. That's why I kind of mentioned when we started the podcast too that they actually never resolved that storyline worth mentioning. We don't know if he ever buys the butcher shop. I guess, we'd like to think he did, but his friend certainly wasn't helpful because he was so angry because he felt like his wife was pushing the mum out. Now the mum's all upset and, he's feeling all guilty about it. That vibe was a common thing.
The mum feels like she's worthless now, like she's sort of hit the end of the road.
But honestly, I hate this model where your parents are also, you bring them in and they're now like living with you. I couldn't imagine anything worse. I'm sorry, but if you have a wife and a small kid, your parents aren't going to live with you. My parents aren't going to live with me. I'm sure you wouldn't want your parents living with you.
I'd love my parents.
Oh, you're just doing this because they're watching. Oh, you weak as piss.
No, they don't watch this.
Oh, well, there you go. Be honest.
My dad listened to 3/4 of the first episode, told me it was great, and then never listened to another one.
Perfect. Pretty sure my parents did the same.
No, your dad used to share them every week.
I did, actually. But anyway, look, I don't care if they listen. Like, I wouldn't want my parents to live with me if I had a family at home.
Alex's dad, leave us a comment if you're still listening.
I have no son, just the comment.
Barrett is my new son. Just get the adoption paperwork in the mail.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? If you had to, for some reason, sure. But just as an expectation, hate that.
Yeah. What are we going to say next?
The thing I really loved was when the mum was trying to sow these seeds of doubt that she didn't like her.
Yes.
Said things like, she's not Italian, really tried to use that one. But the part I freaking loved was, college girls, they're one step away from the street.
Yeah. So just to clarify, Marty's mum is discussing Marty's, not girlfriend, but Clara, with Tommy's mum, who's just moved in.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that happens. She's then talking to then talking to Marty about what she doesn't like about him.
Yes.
She says
she's not Italian.
She wasn't a very good looking girl. She looked to be 35 or 40. And then he says, Mum, she's 29. That's just what she says. She's lying to you.
Yep. Then she's not Italian.
Yeah.
Then the everything else, that she's a college girl and she's one step away from the street.
Yeah.
Really pushing this right. And you can see some of this is getting to Marty.
Yeah.
Right? And that makes sense. Of course it would.
Yeah. She says that out the front of Mass, out the front of the church.
But he also then goes to a bar.
Yes.
As he was checking in there, and the guy behind the bar says, "Oh, the fella said that you were with a real dog last night."
You're stuck with the dog last night.
Yeah, and he's, again, like, now you can see it's affecting him a bit more, thinking, what was she, a dog?
I just want
thought she
to
was
clarify that Clara is not a bad-looking girl.
Not at all. No.
I don't get it. They call her ugly. They call her a
They're
dog.
ripping into her, but you can see it's affecting
It is. It's hurting him.
Marty. And I get that, right? Like, if everyone around you is telling you she's no good or she's ugly, you're going to start to second guess yourself, right? But
Yeah.
not that it should matter. But you can see that influence. It can still happen.
Yeah.
you know?
Then he then goes from the bar. Well, he's still in the bar.
Yeah.
Talks to his friend that he saw last night, the one that had the Shaw thing in the car. Oh, what did you get up to tonight? Oh, we got drunk. We had a great time. The neighbours had to come and tell us to be quiet, like it was getting rowdy. And then he goes, "Oh, what happened to you last night?" And he says they just talked.
They just talk. So some of his other closer friends think she's no good, not because she's a dog and ugly, but also because he didn't get anywhere. She didn't put out, I guess. Didn't think it was very much like that in the 50s. Clearly I'm wrong. So all this stuff you can see all this stuff's getting in Marty's head.
Yeah.
Right? Then he goes and he hangs out with some of his other friends.
They're not supportive either.
They're not. They say the same thing. And he's been pretty good. He's saying, like, "Oh, we just talked, we had a good time," but we can see that all these people are getting in his head now.
He's like a volcano at this point. He's just rumbling away. Something's got to give, and we've got 2 minutes left of the movie.
I know, but thinking, what the hell is going to happen? So anyway, he's even back at home and he's having a dart, and you can see he's spinning in his head because he's supposed to be calling Clara.
Yeah.
And
We cut to a scene of her.
Yeah. She's on the couch with her mum and dad, and she's bawling her eyes out.
Yeah, she is sad because
brutal.
Marty was supposed to call her at 2, and it's quite clearly the evening now, and he
Yeah.
hasn't called.
So I guess it's not nighttime yet, because I made a comment because he's with the boys now. They're talking around on the verge, and what are we going to do tonight? And they're just guy chat, talking shit.
Yeah.
And you can see his eyes are closed and zooming in, and you can see there's just this mental gymnastics happening. Like, everyone's telling me that, she's ugly and she's no good, including my own mum. But I had such an amazing time last night. You can just see this tennis match going in his head, and he's just about to explode, right? And then he just finally wakes up and is like, what am I doing? I'm not going to do anything with you guys tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to call Clara.
Yes.
I had a great time with her. And so he's running inside to make the phone call, and his best friend's chasing after him.
Yeah, and he says, "I'm going to go out with this girl, and I'm going to go out with this girl, and if I like her, I'm going to drop a knee for her."
Exactly. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
And guess what?
And I don't care what you guys think.
Yeah, and you're 32 years old. You should be married by now. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, goes in there, calls, she picks up, he shuts the little door thing behind.
Off the phone
and
booth.
Led to believe that all works out, which I'm sure it did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happily ever after.
Yeah.
But there could have been another 30 minutes. We could have seen the next steps.
Yeah, she could have been hard to get at that point, and, you hurt me, but no, that just ends there.
This movie's almost begging for a modern remake.
Yeah, I could see that. Because honestly, everything that they touched on is very relevant today.
It is, yeah. And it was, just to clarify, the movie's set over 2 days. It's set over a weekend.
Yeah.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
That's it.
Yeah.
Most of the movie was just that day.
Movie starts Saturday afternoon and finishes Sunday night when he calls her.
Yep.
You could change the Stardust place for like a nightclub.
Yep.
You could have him texting a girl and her not replying. You could modernize the hell out of this.
I'm just going to throw this out there.
We could be producers.
It's a little bit of a Nora.
All right. Conspiracy. All right. The best by the worst make their first movie.
Yes. We could remake Marty.
Anyways. I've got a couple of other points to add in. There was almost credits. At the end of the movie, there was names on the screen and like pictures of the actors.
Yeah.
It wasn't like rolling credits, like thanks to the film crew or anything, but the actors got to thank you.
Yeah.
What was my other facts? This was the shortest film of all the winners.
And it was welcomed.
1 hour, 30 minutes.
But honestly, it was also the only movie I wish had an extra half an hour.
Correct. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you think, Barrett?
No, I've got another fact.
Oh, what's the fact?
Oh no. What have I done?
And just to show you I'm serious,
Oh,
there's no
here we go.
fact.
They spent $400,000 campaigning for this movie to win Best Picture.
Huh.
They spent $350,000 making the movie.
No. Well, you know what? If you want to win, you got to campaign,
It's
don't
the
you?
only time that more money has been spent on the campaign to win than the actual movie itself. It didn't need a big budget.
There was nothing
Fantastic.
to the movie, but it didn't need it. The acting, the themes, the premise, spot on.
Right.
When you're done with your vodka beer,
Yeah.
what did you think of the movie? Don't give me a star rating yet. Just give me, what did you think?
I really liked it. I really liked the story. It was easy to watch. The acting was fantastic. I want more. Now, I'm wondering
good thing.
if this is like when you finish dessert and you're like, I want another dessert. And then halfway through the second dessert, you feel sick. And
Would be?
I'm wondering if the fact
Well
that I
said.
want more is a good thing. And if I actually got more, I would have hated it.
Could be. Could be.
Are we starting to sound like actual movie reviewers?
I'm telling you, we're nailing this thing.
9% beer. I think this is this is the key to our success.
This was a mistake. This freaking beer thing. But Barrett, how many Barretts out of Barrett?
3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
I'm going to rattle you here. That was equal best movie I've watched so far.
Wow.
That's how much I liked it.
Okay, so that's a 4? Because you gave a 4 last week.
No. Probably the best movie we've watched so far was, remember that rom-com?
Yeah, It Happened One Night.
Yeah.
Clark Gable.
Yeah, we gave
What
that
a
4.5,
heartthrob.
didn't we?
Did we give that a 4.5?
Pretty certain we did.
Ooh. Okay, you're going 4.5.
I'm going 5.
Ha!
Nah, I'm going to go 4.5. Yeah. If that's the best movie I watched so far, this easily equals it. That's how much I like it.
Yeah, and you know why I gave it a 3.5? Because I feel like it's incomplete. And I want more. But maybe I'm just being selfish and that was enough.
Honestly, I would give it 5 if I didn't know, which is just obvious because we have the ability of seeing through time. All of the movies that are coming up, to me, 5 is a high bar given the movies that are coming up.
Yes.
But I freaking loved it. I think 4.5 is more than fair.
Great movie. Watch it.
4.5. 4.5 stars from me. 3.5 for Barrett.
That's 2 in a row. Watch them.
Yes. That I am so surprised how good that movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Review the beer.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Also, shout out to Josh, who's very happy now that we're reviewing beers.
Yes.
Also, we have a
Rocky
special
Ridge.
guest next week, FYI.
Yes, we do.
We won't say who, but we've got a guest coming in
I
next
need
week.
to prepare you for something. I always watch like a mini review of what's coming up just to get an idea.
Yeah.
The next movie apparently is rough.
You know what else is rough? Drinking this. This is the first time we finished
Okay.
the podcast, and we haven't finished the beer.
Yeah. All right. I want to shout out Rocky Ridge. We love you.
Yeah.
Great brewery, Hamish. If you're out there,
Such a lad.
such a lad. I know you haven't sponsored us yet, but
He could.
could be.
Could
All
be.
right. We haven't done that joke in a while.
Yeah.
Mountain Culture.
Also one of my
Fantastic
favorites.
brewery.
Yep.
Right? 100% one of our favorites. Mountain Culture, Rocky Ridge. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. I'm not convinced this is a beer. This is something.
Maybe they made it. They were like, what the fuck is this? And then they just wrote, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. Look, it's 9%. It'll blow the socks off your feet, but
Yeah.
it's a lot.
There's been a lot of swearing in this episode. Sorry.
Yeah, there has been, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we drank a 9% beer.
Yeah.
Who knows? But look,
How many stars are you giving the beer?
oh, Also out of 5, right? Same with the...
No, it's out of 10.
movies.
Just to confuse people.
No, out of 5. Let's keep it clean.
The last 2 have been out of 10.
Have they?
Yes.
Where was I?
Obviously drunk.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
It's getting a 2. This is terrible.
I'm glad you said that.
It's
'Cause
not-
I felt like I was being a little bit rude to give it a 6 because how much I love both
I
breweries.
love the breweries.
No, I'm gonna give it a 5. It's a 5.
No, this is a 2. This is not a good beer.
Okay, it's pretty bad. I'm not going lower than a 3.
It's a 2.
It's a 3 because I'm not even convinced it's beer. It's like drinking vodka. But just in case they were going to sponsor us, I thought we were going to both go around that 5-6 mark. Clearly, I was on a different wavelength.
We've shouted them out in the past for some great beers, and I'm willing to tell them when
All
they've
right.
messed up.
Barrett's a 2. I'm a 3. Not convinced this is beer. It's like drinking juice mixed with vodka.
Yeah, these are probably not going to get finished.
Also, they were $100 each.
All right, is that
That was a
us
good
done?
episode.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the movie. Highly recommend you watch it. Don't drink the beer, though. Try something else. And we'll see you next week on the Alex podcast.
Hang on, Rock Juice is coming out soon. We've got to drink that.
No.
Yeah.
The new rock juice.
Yes.
Ooh, boy. And also, word of warning for the next episode. Not only do we have a special guest, but we also have a special drinking game to while we're watching the movie because it's 100 hours long and there's the 3 of us and we all love beers.
Yes.
And so we're going to get on it. And so the podcast may be a little messy.
Yes. Hopefully we don't get cancelled
Yep.
because I don't edit this anymore. So watch what you say.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the mid-strengths, I think.
All right, count us out, Alex.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you again next week. Dum, 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 dum.